Welcome to Monday Night Metal. It's been a little while, but I thought, hey, it's my birthday eve, and I thought it's high time I bring the thing back a little bit here. So, welcome. I bid you welcome. John Clauser, Johnny Metal, the Metal Dad, coming at you live. I got a crew with me so far. We were hoping for a few more. But we'll see if they pop in or not.
There you go.
We shall see. So let me introduce the group that we've got here first. So as I see it, we've got Jake Knott from State Farm. We got from off the chart. We've got Dan Chartrand. We got Metal Roger. And now welcome Mr. Ash.
Hey, guys.
And Uncle Meat's in the house.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Oh, man. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to my little birthday eve thing. So now, let me just kind of throw this out here. You have to forgive me, people in the live chat. I'm not paying attention to you just yet. I'm kind of focusing on just these five gentlemen right now. So I will be checking into the chat here in just a little bit. So I'm not forgetting y'all. But I wanted to say, I first told these guys that what we were going to be talking about was, Kyle, it's this thing about show vertical or hide vertical. I don't know what it's looking like on YouTube. So I'll plug it in here and just to see what's going on here. But anyway,
I see two screens.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hide vertical.
Yeah, there's something with hide vertical. So let me see.
Hold on.
Okay.
Can I start singing the Brady Bunch song?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Anyway, so but again, sorry about the live chat, folks. I will be paying attention to you here in just a little bit. But I told these guys that what we were going to be doing tonight was talking about our favorite birthday memories. Forgive me, guys, but I'm going to flip the table on you.
Kick that chair.
By the way, the screen looks fine.
What we're actually going to do is allow me to be the one who gives out the gifts.
Huh?
So, Meat, I know you probably said you may not be able to stay in here too long.
Yeah, maybe a half an hour-ish.
Okay. I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Welcome, Meat.
Hello.
I am convinced that if I had grown up down the street from you and Ladano, that the three of us would probably be best buds. And probably Roger thrown in there, but I'll get to Roger in just a little bit, and probably Dan. But I'll get to you guys in just a minute.
He left out Jake.
And Jake. Well, Jake too. Oh, well, because I say Dan and Roger because everybody's Canadian. You're not Canadian, and Ash is a Australian. So we have a little bit of a I'm just trying to group the people together.
Nice save.
So anyway, Uncle Meat,
Yeah.
the man we call Meat. You and I have kind of had a chance to talk a little off air a lot, and I feel like you and I've kind of gotten to have a good little rapport with each other. And I think it's kind of a neat thing that's been growing from that, between wrestling, between music, and probably a few movies thrown in there. Heck, we've even had a few faith-based conversations, if you can imagine that.
Yeah.
So I want to just say to Meat, thank you for what you have added into my life, because it has been a blessing. And what you do with all of the other guys, and like on Ladano's show and other places, has also been really cool to kind of watch and to be a part of. So I certainly appreciate that. You definitely have given me something wonderful to add into my life. So I want to thank you for that.
Well, you are welcome, and thank you.
Ashley, you are next.
Yes.
Now, you and I may not have had as many conversations yet, and we haven't done a whole lot of shows as of yet. But here again, you and I seem to have a lot in common with our music and our different tastes. And I'm sure the more we get to talk, the more we get to do some hangouts, I think we'll get to learn more about each other. And it's something I certainly look forward to, because one of these days, whenever I get down to Australia, between you, Peter Kerr, and Bicycle Legs, and if I go over the pond to Steve Deluxe and over there in New Zealand, we all got to get together and kick a few back or something,
Absolutely. Yes,
So-
for sure.
So, Ash, you certainly bring a lot of good memories into with what you put on your channel, with all your different with all the different video clips and things that you bring back. That there's a lot of great memories for some of us old timers. So it's really cool to see that, and I really appreciate what you bring into your channel. Whenever you decide to do your own, like a panel show, if you ever do something like that, you're going to have some really good stuff. And the way you've got your backdrop, dude, that's awesome. I think that's the first time I've seen that. So
Yes,
kudos
yes.
to you for that. Looks great back there.
Yeah, the rooms that I've only had the room up for about 2 months now. It's just been completed. This was a work in progress. This is over 12 months work.
Right.
It's two sheds that I've converted into one, and I've had it all recladded, and I've put floating floors on as well, and and I've got all my collection out at last.
Right.
So I love to show off what I've got, instead of it all being in storage.
Looking good, brother. Looking good.
Thank you.
Dan Chartrand. Again, another one that we did a little bit of contrarian stuff, and then we got to do some shows together. We've gotten to do a mental health thing a little bit. We've been doing some film things. Again, another one that we talk a little bit off air, and I've come to realize, this is another guy that I'm like so thankful to have in my life as the one that I can consider a friend and a brother, just like all you guys, all 5 of you guys, and all the others that I invited to be on the show. I look forward to more of what you can bring to the table into my own life, and I certainly love what you put out there. It's a lot of good fun, folks. If you haven't subscribed to Off the Chart, please do so. Just with Ash's channel, please go like and subscribe to their channels. So,
Thank
with
you.
that said, and I know Mike's not here. I wanted to originally say something about Rob Reiner. What a awful tragic news to wake up to this morning about him and his wife. That's awful news. So our thoughts and prayers certainly go out to Rob's friends and family. What a mark he left in the movie community. But and it sounded like you and that kind of what brought you and Mike together a little bit was your love for Rob Reiner. So that was kind of cool. So I don't know if you want to elaborate on that a little bit, real quick.
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when I did one, or I know I did one with Uncle Meat, and I know I did one with John also for A Mighty Wind, and those were fun.
We did
fun
2.
episodes.
We did 2.
What's that?
We did 2. We did one on the original tap, and then we did one on the sequel.
Okay, so you were there for that one too. Okay, I apologize. Yeah. I remember for the original one and the second one, and with John also with A Mighty Wind. But yeah, with Rob Reiner, oh my God, that is, I found that out last night actually. That I found out like what 11:30 last night. I was like, what? Then you heard how it happened. I was like, oh my God, that's even more tragic. So that there, but yeah, I'm not usually a guy that follows directors that much, but this one will be missed because he's done a lot of great stuff that I'm actually a big fan of. So yeah, rest in peace, Rob Reiner, aka Meathead. If you're not sure who I'm talking about or who we're talking about,
I just learned that today, and I'm sad.
Yeah,
I mean,
I never do that.
I mean, for me, this is Spinal Tap is and always will be my favorite movie of all time. And it's not even just that. I'm a huge fan of the movie Misery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the last season he did with The Bear. He just was in The Bear on the season 4 of The Bear, and he was absolutely amazing in that. And like, Rob Reiner has a legacy that means a lot to people. Like 2 movies that I don't necessarily are I don't go crazy on them, like other people, but they mean a lot to people. Like one, Princess Bride. I mean, people, it's a movie for everybody. I love it, but I know people that are just obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And also, Stand By Me. You're like
that was him. Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
it's another movie that people just flip out over. So I mean, his legacy is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
For me, it's All in the Family.
Me too.
And
And Princess Bride.
huge here in Australia in the mid to late 70s. A very big show indeed. And if you remember Sally Struthers in the show as well, one of our stand-up comedians over here, his name's Norman Gunston. He did an interview with her back in about 75. And it's a very, very funny interview. So check that on YouTube if you want to have a bit of a laugh. It's really, really funny.
Right. Cool. Right. Okay. So next, Jake, brother, another one that I am thankful to have in my life, that we came to know you through the WASP groups, as the story goes, and we would start. He became our resident Ripper Owens Judas Priest guy, and until Harrison and Mike started doing the Maiden series, he was kind of also the Blaze Maiden guy too. So, but dude, you and I have talked a lot off air as well, and and we have had a lot of good conversations, a lot of deep conversations. Again, it's like I say about all the other guys. You're another guy that, yes, there's also a little bit of an age difference between us. I think you're what, 30 what?
5, 6,
30,
almost
35, 36. Okay, so about 20. It's about a 20-year difference. See, me, Ben, Ash, Mike, we're all kind of in that mid 50s range. So that's why I couldn't say if we all grew up together as our age. So there's a little bit of an age difference there, but Jake, dude, there's times where I almost see a little bit of, and I'm going to say this about another person here in just a second. I kind of almost see a little bit of myself with you from my old days, and it's kind of cool to watch a cool version of myself in some ways. So I really appreciate that, dude. And I want to continue to grow the brotherhood kind of thing. So, and one of these days I'm going to get out to the Dakotas there to visit, but, so I'm going to get into the chat here. There's a bunch of things here. So I've got, so we got Brian McFadden here. He's one of Sydney's guys here, but, I want to talk about Sydney here. Hopefully Sydney, you're still watching a little bit. Sydney's another one of those guys where I kind of feel like, Sydney's kind of one of those guys where I see a little bit of my younger self with him in some ways. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I want to say not as obnoxious as Sydney can be, but I still feel like. No, I'm kidding, Sydney. I'm kidding.
He's not kidding.
Well, maybe not. Maybe just a little bit, but no. He's another one of those guys. I kind of see a little bit of me in there, and it's been kind of nice to get to talk to him more if I join on some of those. Like Rocking Around the World shows he's been doing and stuff like that. So, so Sydney, I know you couldn't be on tonight, and I know you got to, you're kind of doing some stuff of your own tonight. So, but I appreciate you, brother. just like Brian here. Getting to know him just a little bit from hanging out with Sydney and them, and he's a fun dude to hang out with too. So I did want to mention that. Now there's some other comments here. I'm like, oh, what in the world? I don't know who this guy is, but if anybody knows who this Rick guy is, I don't know, but he was saying all kinds of different stuff. I don't know who this other guy is.
That's
here.
interesting.
I don't know who that guy is either, but anywho, anyway,
I don't think it's any of my people.
But anyway, anywho, so let me see. Well, hey, gotta do it right, Brian. So, but anyway, Jake, dude, thank you. It is a pleasure to see where your life is, and it's a pleasure to watch that. So let's keep going with that. Now there's only one more left, and that's Metal Roger. Now, of all the people here, I've known Roger the longest.
I'm sorry.
Well, I've known of him the longest, which, for those who don't know, I knew Roger from the DDP yoga community. That's where we first kind of hooked up, as it were. Roger's one of these kind of what we call an OG guy. He was an old guard guy. He's been when did you start doing DDPY?
I have no clue.
Well,
I think George has been doing it for 13 years, so
okay,
12.
Okay, so the guy George that he's mentioned, he's this guy named George Fenmore. George Fenmore is an absolute lunatic. I'll just put that out there. That's just George. But he and his wife really do have a really pretty fun, successful weight loss story, and they do have an inspiring story. But Roger's one of these guys that he would be in those DDP yoga groups, and he always knew how to encourage the people, and whether he may not sound like he knows, like he's a really encouraging type of person, but when you really read some of the stuff that he would really say to some people, he really knew how to get some people to give him a good swift kick in their butt, and Roger was really good about that kind of thing. In fact, some of you guys, you saw my little thing about where I posted that video of me doing the John Cena thing, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to read this out here for what he said, once I can find it. So what happens when you have to scroll through a lot of stuff here to get to, here we go. He goes to me, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Before your time off, I could see it in your eyes. Now I see happiness in energy. God bless." And I would like to say that that the time away from social media, the time away from doing shows, the time away from just focusing on my marriage, focusing on my personal life in general, focusing really on my faith, I think really is what I have to attribute that to. I can't, and I've just, the last month and a half has been very challenging for me musically. I feel like I don't want to listen to music. Heck, I even listened to my own thing. I was listening to Scars Too Deep to Heal the other day, and I got like halfway through it. And I had to turn it off. This is my own song. This is the one song I say is like my proudest achievement move song. And I had to turn it off. Something about it I just didn't want to listen to it. So that was kind of a bummer for me. But I really just turned a lot of music off, and I started, if I would listen to anything, I kind of just listened to some instrumental stuff. So that's kind of where I was going with it. But anybody who's followed me throughout the year, you'll notice I'm a little lighter. If you see in my face or my upper body, maybe, I've lost almost 50 pounds from the beginning of the year. So, I attribute the DDP yoga. I got my nutrition back under control.
I'll be right back.
You're good, Dan. Don't worry about it. I went dry for the year. I think I only had one alcoholic drink, and that was just because I wanted to support a buddy who worked at the Anvil. So I've been dry, so I haven't had alcohol. So I feel like I turned a lot of noise off in my life, but I didn't want to lose the compadres that I've got, like I see here on the screen. And there's a few others that I still do keep in contact with. But for the most part, man, I turned off social media and all the other things for the most part. And it's been a blessing to me. But, so Roger, again, I want to thank you for just continuing to be, I know you can be, I know a lot of people, Mike Ladonna will tell you.
Just say it, a lunatic.
He can be a lunatic, but he's such a lovable lunatic that we really appreciate him, and I certainly appreciate him, and so that was what I wanted to tell him there. So
I would also like to point something out. I actually invented George's gimmick, so I'm either you're welcome.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's okay. So the background here. George does this thing called We Are Live. And they do like this. He and his wife do like these little 30-second TikTok type of videos where it's like they're just demonstrating a certain DDP yoga move and whatever, and how to modify or whatever. I don't watch all those, but basically that's all that it is. And he shares it to like all the different DDP yoga groups that he can be a part of. But hopefully if Mike watches this back, I want him to be able to see this. Because I want to say what I want to say to him.
Oh, I thought it was this.
Definitely not. Mike Ladonna, when you watch this, first of all, know that I just want to give you a big hug. Just first and foremost. As I said to Meet and about Dan and those, and I've said this to Mike before, that if I grew up down the street from him, I'm almost positive he and I would have definitely been best friends growing up in life. And I mean that because Mike and I seem to have a lot in common, but Mike and I talk a lot of stuff off on Messenger and stuff. And I'll tell you what, he's helped me through some hard times. I've helped him through some hard times. We celebrate good things together where we can. And those are good things to keep going on. And I love what he's doing with the 50 years of Iron Maiden. I think it's awesome. I'm humbled that the Year of the Priest was what inspired them to do this series to begin with. But it's just a good feeling to know that I've had that kind of an impact on someone, but that you guys have all had a very positive impact on my life, and so. I can say a lot about social media. That's mostly a cesspool. It's mostly a big heaping pile of garbage. But for the most part, I've gotten to meet some very wonderful people because of it, and brothers that I can reach out to when I need to, and just have little mental health episodes or just other fun episodes where we can just hang out, just chill out. And those are kind of fun to do. And those are the ones that I like being a part of. So,
may I ask something?
Go for it.
Repeat all these nice things the next time my wife's mad at me.
just be sure to have Liz watch this back. So, now I
just wanted to just quickly say, as it pertains to Mike Ladonna, I've known him a long time. I met him in 1998. We've spent a fair amount of time together.
The year I was born.
Yeah, that's when I met Ladonna. And the one thing I will say, and this is very true, I've talked enough, like off camera with you, John, and you and Michael are very similar. Like very, very similar. I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just you guys are just very similar. It doesn't surprise me at all that you guys have connected in the way you have. So,
Yeah. So a couple of other people that I invited on here that I want to talk about too. I invited young Logan to be on. I don't have kids, but if Logan was my kid, I'd be really darn proud of him. I really would. He's a good kid, and I really appreciate knowing the kind of music that Logan listens to, and knowing that we as adults are able to talk with him about it, as the OG people that we are. That's pretty darn cool. I think he can hang with the best of them as far as, he's doing stuff with Curlis and he's done other things with Grant and all them. So it's really cool to see where Logan is. And Logan's a cool kid, hats off to his parents they definitely did a great kid. They have a great kid in him.
And John, can I just add, just when you said about Logan and also before the age thing, what I noticed with all us YouTubers and all that, I don't see the age at all.
No,
I just see all these people having the same love for music, whether you're 20 or you're 50 or whatever. I honestly don't see age. And until you mentioned it earlier, I was like, oh my God, that's right. I've never, I just wanted to say that there.
Yeah. Yeah. Another fellow Australian that I had invited to get on here, but he thinks work was going to hold him back, was Peter Kerr. Peter Kerr and I debuted on the Contrarians together. His first show and my first show were the same ones. It was we were doing it was Black Sabbath's Never Say Die, and that was, go back and watch that one. Boy, man, you have a green Grant. Reed was on that. I think Bicycle Legs was on it. I think, I can't remember. Jamie Laszlo was on it. Martin was on it. There was like 12 of us on that show, and just about everybody I've now done a show with on their channels, or we've all intertwined with each other on their channels. But then Peter Kerr, we would do more shows. We started connecting a little bit more. We started doing this rock postcard thing, which was kind of fun. He gave me an Australian band. I'd give him an American band, and we'd kind of review these albums, and that was fun for a while. And then then I kind of drifted off on my own thing. He started doing his thing, and man, his channel has just blossomed out there. So kudos to Peter Kerr. He and I haven't done anything for a while, and I know a lot of that's really me, because it's just where I've been. I just feel like I'm not. More of my shows that I feel like I want to do is just kind of off the cuff, and not stuff I have to really prepare for. So it's just kind of fun to do those, and nothing against Peter, because I love him to death, but I just haven't been able to find something he and I can really connect on. And Peter's gone into a lot of different directions musically that I'm not there. I'm not a Rainbow guy. I'm not a Blackmore, a Deep Purple guy, or, and a lot of that kind of stuff. Nothing against it. It's just not where I am. And so I just, it's just, but I still love Peter Kerr to death. And I hope one day we can hook back up again, and do something together. And another one I invited, and this is the last guy that I had made an invitation to have come on, was John the Music Nut. And we spent 2 years together, doing shows together. And, to say that my channel has looked kind of naked without him would be an understatement. But he's blossomed. He's doing his own thing, and he loves what he's doing. Do what you love and love what you do. He lives that, and and I couldn't be happier for John. I'm so thankful he's branching out and doing his own thing. I still consider him a brother, and I'm still thankful for him and the 2 years that we were doing stuff together on my channel. So that was really it. I didn't want to. I knew I couldn't get too many people on this because I think I only get limited to about 10 people or so on StreamYard. But anyway, so no, I know I kind of set you guys up to talk about birthday memories, but that was really just that was really kind of a ruse. I really just went.
Oh, good, because I
really just wanted to get on here and just tell each and every one of you guys I love you, but I love you all both. I love you guys, and I'm very thankful for you guys. And normally I do like a year-end thank you show where I do this and I'm just like talking to my computer and I'm getting to thank all these different people and stuff I've done with. And this year I'm like, I wanted to do it with you guys. So I didn't get to, I've not gotten to do that before. So
I would like to say two things, maybe three.
Okay.
One, I'm very thankful you didn't do the Ladano Peter Currott impression.
No.
I'm very glad. Secondly, I'm glad you didn't get too gushy about me or call me the son you've never wanted. That was it.
Wow. Well, you're
but I it's nice hearing nice things right after you were sick. So, thank you. And see, I am polite, people.
Yeah, he can be.
I'm also a maniac, and
he can be a maniac. He can be a little nuts sometimes. But
anyway,
let's see who we got here. AI Rock. I'm trying to remember. See, I don't know who all some of these people are, so you have to forgive me on that. But
that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, sometimes that is a good
folks.
Thing. Anyway, but I'm trying to think. I should mention. I really should quickly mention like Grant. You know, Grant, and he's had me on a number of times. Yes. That's right. AI Rock is Eric from the warehouse. Eric, one day you and I are going to do some stuff together. I really do. I really do want to do some stuff with you in the future. So because I think you and I would have a lot of stuff in common as well. So Eric, I hope you and I get to do some stuff in the coming year. Grant and I, Grant was one of those. He was one of those guys that was on that first show that I did, and he had done a few, but again, he was about as green as St. Patrick's Day, and so much different than he is now. But the only thing I really do with him now is just the year shows, and that series is probably might come to an end. I don't know how much more he's really going to go on with.
Just keep going.
It's pretty much all you're gonna get out of me is gonna be a lot of Christian stuff for a while. So you probably won't see much Johnny Metal stuff. That
you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, there's a few things, but so I have to include Grant, DC Toon Time and BM Bolt on there as well. We poke fun a lot at Yvonne, but Yvonne's a good man. He's a good character. Todd Evans, he's pretty much off social media and off YouTube pretty much. And, but he's a good dude. I know there's a lot more that I could talk about. Bicycle Legs, of course. I haven't done anything with him in probably 2 years. Steve Deluxe, lots of folks. I'm happy to have gotten a chance to meet and be part of a lot of everybody's life and community. It's like I talk about it in this song, and from the 1997 show where I talked about a song called Bus Driver. Bus Driver is a song where this guy is just riding around a bus, but yet, he makes this circle around downtown Houston, but he picks up these certain people, and he's like, this one guy works in retail, this other's a banker, and and all these different things, and you sometimes it makes you wonder, what if I wasn't around? What if I wasn't a part of people's lives? What would their life be like? It's almost kind of like It's a Wonderful Life almost. You know, It's a Wonderful Life is one of those movies I haven't watched since 1997. And there's
I
a good,
have never seen it ever.
well, give me a few minutes here. It's a Wonderful Life is one of those movies. If you've never seen it, it's one of those ones where Jimmy Stewart plays George Bailey, and George Bailey's kind of like, well, I wish I was never born. Well, you know, and then you see what he had been through without. You see what life would be like without without George Bailey. You know, his brother would have been dead. You know, because George wouldn't have been able to pull him out of that ice water. You know, the banking, all the housing, the town, everything would have been drastically different because George Bailey wasn't there. And then I thought about, you know, if would we have been blessed to have a Jake Knott from State Farm in this music chat community if I had never been around? If I hadn't been around, Roger probably would never met Ladano. Or
Well, that might. Don't say that.
and maybe for Mike that's not a terrible thing. I don't know, but my point is, we've all made some kind of we've all kind of weaved our way into everybody's life, and it's really kind of cool to see just how everyone's life how everyone's affected one another, and it's a blessing to be a part of that, to know that, you know what, I'm glad that I didn't try to throw my life away back in 1997, because I was close to it. You know, I didn't think I was going to make it to 1998. You know, there was, between suicidal thoughts and thinking I was going to thinking somebody was going to get me, and I was, you know, I was going to wake up and this guy would be over my head, trying to, you know, over my head as I'm waking up and pounding my face into oblivion. Well, that didn't happen. And my attention was gotten that night. I watched It's a Wonderful Life. It was Christmas morning, actually. And that's when life changed. So, you know, it made me realize that, you know what, maybe I feel like I'm insignificant to Jake or to Dan or to Meat or to Ash or to Roger or to Ladano or to anybody, you know, or maybe I seem like it, but deep down, I know from talking to all you guys, that's not the case. And so this is why I said I want to be the one that gives the gifts and just say thank you. So that's really all that I got. I was not going to do all the birthday memory stuff. Sorry for making you guys prepare for all that. But
It took me 2 seconds because my charisma is like.
so that's all that I wanted to throw out to you guys. It's just a big thank you and a big I love you all to everybody in the chat who's been tuning in. Like I said, I've not been paying it that much attention to it because I wanted to focus on you guys. And I know there's guys that I would like to have seen in the chat, but I know they're not here tonight. In fact, I think somebody just popped in. Ernesto's in the house. So, you know, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Ernesto. He's another one. We had a chance to do a little bit of stuff together, but so I know that sounds kind of a flat ending, but I really just wanted to thank you guys. And
thank you.
It means the world to me that you guys are in my life, and it means the world to me to know that that you allow me to be in y'all's life. So
Awesome.
So I don't know if anybody has any parting thoughts or things they want to plug or anything along that line before I shut things down.
Well, I just got to quickly leave. So I just want to just say, hey, as appreciated and to be on with all of you. I know, I don't know Ashley, but I think we've been on one thing together a long time ago. Jake, I've heard about tons, and I don't think we've met at all. Roger, I know, cool stuff, and obviously Dan, and
I'm Mr. Cool.
And so yeah, I just want to say thank you to you because honestly, it was you getting me into the wrestling show thing that kind of got me back into joining the Contrarians thing, and now I'm kind of doing more of that. So I definitely appreciate that. So,
and I still want to do One Night Stand.
oh no, I really hope we do. Like, you know,
We still need to do that.
we do,
Keep
we're gonna do it right.
keep it private, guys. We didn't need to know that.
ECW One Night Stand,
That too,
2005. Not
Yeah.
that
That's
kind
a
of One Night
lead
Stand.
show.
Well,
Get outta
we're
here.
definitely doing that though. But
Yeah.
anyway, hey, thanks a lot, and I'm sorry that I got to skip out earlier, but
Not a problem, brother. Not a problem.
See you,
Thanks
Uncle
for
Meat.
stopping in, man.
See you, mate.
it's a pleasure being on with all of you.
You got it, brother.
You too,
See you
mate.
guys. Thanks.
Take care.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else with parting thoughts? Go ahead, Ed.
Yes. Just wanted to say, on a sound, I hope Peter Kerr's doing okay over in Sydney at the moment due to the terror attack we've had over there at Bondi Beach. I'm sure you guys have all heard of that.
Yes,
over there.
I did hear about that.
Very, very, very sad turn of events. I messaged him last night and he's pretty flat at the moment, so I hope he's doing well. And again, Johnny, thank you for inviting me onto your shows. It's been very much appreciated and certainly helping me along the way into improving my channel as well and new avenues that I can explore along the way. And always here for you to reach out, mate, whenever you need to talk about anything, mate. You're feeling down, I'm always here to help you.
I appreciate that, Ash.
And I appreciate you being on the show, and I'm looking forward to being on Dan's show as well. Hint, hint. So we'll have to.
I know. We'll figure something out.
Ash's video and rock concert showroom, right?
Yeah, concerts and video showroom.
Concerts and video showroom. Y'all go check it out. I will go back and I will edit the description. I'll make sure I get everybody's channels in here. Okay. Anybody else? Who's next with
There's
parting
one more.
thoughts?
There's
Oh,
one
yes,
more.
go ahead.
Guys, tune on. Go to Grant's Rock Warehouse on Wednesday for the bands that everyone should know, and I'll be back on there again. I won't reveal who I'm going to put on, but so that's why it gives you a bit of a chance to check it out and see it for yourself. See if I can have another great show like I did before.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Who else got some parting thoughts? Go
I'll say
ahead,
something
Dan.
there. I'm just gonna say the last year, like for myself and getting to know most of you there, has been just a great wild ride there. Like I don't know, something happened this past year. I find where I got to meet. Well, I joined the Contrarians also. That helped, but it's like, yeah, and then you figure out you get yourself a whole bunch of friends, and now it's not just people I call YouTubers. It's now people I would call friends. I talked to Jake like how many times there on Instagram. Sometimes a lot of stupidities, but a lot of deep stuff too there. So I do appreciate that there. But anyway, I just want to say it's a great community also, and I love every one of you there. Like when you guys come on, like I may not be the most knowledgeable, maybe music wise, but I love just having fun on my channel. That's and I hope everybody has the same thing, a fun time too when that happens. But I just wanted to say, like, it's a great community, great bunch of guys. You guys are all a great bunch of guys too there. So I want to thank you for that, and also thank you, John, for just being there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Roger or Jake, who's going to go first?
I'll go.
He
All
can
right, Jake.
go.
All right. Well, you brought me into this community, and I want to thank you for that. But also, you've been an inspiration like other ways, like mental health you've been a big inspiration there, and you kind of lead by example. Sometimes we don't know what we need until someone takes that first step, and that the need to you unplug quite regularly, and that inspired me to do that. And I haven't been on social media for the last 2 months now, hardly at all, and that's done wonders for me, I feel like, personally. And so you've been a huge inspiration to me as a person, and been that, maybe not like oh, hey, this, maybe you should try this, but by example, you have helped me. So I want to thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got it, brother. And bringing you into this nut house of a community has been a joy. It's just been a joy to see you interact with some of these guys. So that's awesome.
I'm glad you called it what it is.
I got to meet Jake through John, so that's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Even if Dan sends me some of the weirdest shit ever.
Hey, I'm not the one who suggests weird albums to but I've had a good time, man. That was one of the funnest ones we've done. If you know, you know, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just don't buy it.
Yeah.
All right, Roger. What you got?
2 things. 1, my name is Rex because I am the Jex of this channel.
Oh, that's true. And I should before you go, I really should give a shout out to Jax. Jax, we miss you, brother. We need to, you and I need to be on here too, because he's been through some stuff and he and I have had some nice conversations as well. So I need to really get him in
I
there
can't
too,
be the only good-looking guy on this channel.
Well, yes, this is true.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that John Cena match had the stupidest ending I have ever seen in a wrestling match. I know this is maybe not the place to say it, but I just keep reading stuff. Does anyone ever think of like the kids they like help? Like we're talking about mental health.
Yeah.
And then the guy that
Yeah.
never gives up.
Yeah.
Gives out when it's towards the end. Like what? Why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even like Cena, and I think it's stupid.
Well, yeah. Well,
Anyway,
I agree, but
thank you for putting up with my crap.
no, it's all good, brother.
Also, Ladano probably thinks I'm the son he's never had. So he probably thanks you too.
I'll let him know, yeah.
I agree, Eric. We won't get started on that.
I just started it and finished it. It was this.
Yes.
Put something in my
All
mouth.
right.
To shut me up. Whoa, not like that. Not
No.
like that. I meant this
No.
bottle of water.
So with that said, y'all, again, this is going to be a big thank you. I'm going to do, I think next week I'm going to have a little bit of a Christmas episode. And that'll probably be it for the year. What does 2026? Oh, hell, look, wait a second. Look who just came. But the one and only. Somehow, maybe. There he is.
There he is. Yay.
Peter Kerr. We got it. He got on here for just a little bit. But he's trying to connect. He's half frozen. Oh, nope. Now we lost him.
Junction, what's your function?
What? What?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but now we can't see you. So you're like that Monty Python sketch now.
Is that
John how Cena? Not to be seen. Let's see who's the Python fan and remembers that one. But well, Peter, since you can hear us and we can hear you, dude, as I have mentioned, you and I debuted at the same time on a Contrarians episode, and we've done a lot of different stuff together. And it has been a blessing to be able to have done that stuff with you. And I know it's kind of been on me that you and I haven't done a lot of stuff lately, and for which I am apologetic for. And I hope once I get my crap together that in the future that you and I can do something either on my channel or on your channel. But you have always been a mate. And he's gone. He's always, Peter, if you hear this, you've always been a mate. And I look forward to hopefully getting to do more stuff with you.
And like John Cena
and thank you.
disappeared.
Yep. and he's gone just like that. But he may have been having some internet issues, so that's a possibility. And plus, I know he's working, so he probably had to do something on the fly real quick. But so anyway, there you go, folks. We're gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna do maybe a little thing next week before Christmas, and then we'll round out the year. Like I said, we'll see what 2026 does. We'll see what I'm inspired to do. I would love to get you guys on, do some more just fun stuff, mental health stuff, whatever it is. And we'll see what 2026 brings. But the one thing is, and to steal a line from Peter Kerr, the one thing that is for sure, this brotherhood's going to keep going for a good while. Have no fear about that. So
I'm sorry, Dan.
So with that said, it's time to ride out, y'all. Thank you guys for this
your
little
heart
birthday
out,
thing.
Jax.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate this. And until next week, y'all, I will see. If you haven't subscribed to Jake's Music State, Ash's Rock and Video, or Rock and Concert. What is it, Ash?
It's too long to remember.
What? Go ahead, Ash. One more time.
Ash's Concerts and Video Showroom.
Thank you. Go subscribe to that. All right, let's try Peter Kerr one more time. There you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you. I don't know how much of that you heard before you got cut off. I was trying to give you a little shout out. So let's try
thank
this
you.
again real quick. Peter, you and I debuted at the same time on a Contrarians episode.
We did.
And you and I then went on to do a little rock postcard thing, and we would do all these other little fun things together. And I know it's been kind of on me that we haven't been able to do much together because I feel like my life's kind of gotten thrown out the window, and I just feel like it's just been a challenge to do things that's not more just non-preparatory type of stuff, I guess you could say. But I'll always call you a mate. I'll always call you a brother. And I just wanted to say thank you for still putting up with me every once in a while. And I promise, hopefully in 2026 we can rectify. We can come up with something that we can do together for a little bit, because it's been a while, and I miss doing that. So
Absolutely.
I wanted to know that you are definitely very much appreciated, and very much thankful that another one from Australia is somebody that I can all the way across the world, and they've made a little dent into my life, and hopefully I made a little dent into theirs. So, and I wanted to thank you. I just wanted to take a moment just to thank you for that.
No, I appreciate it. And I always want the best for you and your channel. And
Yep.
I do message you along those ways, and
Yep.
always want to see you do well. So, yeah.
That's
Happy birthday. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
thank you, because it is the 16th in Australia. So,
Yes.
yeah,
He's
we
a
still
time traveler.
we have a few hours before it hits midnight, because I was actually born at 12:20 in the morning. Eastern time. So in a few hours, I officially turned 56. So, so there you go. But no, that's what this show's been all about today, Peter. It's been more me just taking the time just to thank everybody who's been on, and I've been friends and in community with, and how much they all have meant to me. So that's what this has been about. So, and Peter, you were no different. So again, I wanted to thank you for that. So yeah. I was just about to end it when I saw you want to try to pop in. So you caught the
Better
tail
late
end.
than never. Better
That's
late than
right,
never.
brother.
Mm.
That's right, brother. So again, everybody, thank you for everybody in the chat that I didn't get around to. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Please like and subscribe to not just Rock Daydream Nation, but the Ashes channel, because I'm going to keep it easy that way, to Jake's Music State, to off the charts with Dan, Sydney's channel, Sydney and Logan's channel. There's so many channels to subscribe to.
Slogans, rock, and metal extravaganza. These long names, I tell you.
I'll tell you.
And we would
And
like
if
to
I
thank
ever have a podcast, it will be like 3 letters, because I'm lazy.
For those that have been
that's
here this
more-
whole
that's more
time,
better.
we'd like to thank Peter Kerr for bringing us segments from the Twilight Zone and Deja Vu.
That's all right.
That's better.
Uh,
Wait,
gotta
you
love
sure
that.
he isn't Doc? Come on. Back to the Future reference?
well, maybe. Who knows? But
He's
anyway.
early for next show.
yes, yeah, we'll work on that for next time. But anyway, y'all, thank you again. Much love to each and every one of you guys, and all to all the people who are taking the time in the chat. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and rock forever, y'all. And hopefully you'll see me again next week for a quick episode. And thank you guys again. So let's rock this baby out.